Saturday night,
Oh,
8:15.
there we go.
A divisional battle in a divisional round. New York Giants are going to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. The Giants are 7.5-point dogs on Saturday night. Jack, what do you think about this matchup?
Now, again, similar, and again, I picked the Eagles to win. I would still 100% do that. And the kind of uneasiness I was applying to the Chiefs, I'm not going to apply to the Eagles, with the caveat of saying this is still a 1 seed. This is still a 1 seed, and I mean to round out the last tier list we did, I had the 49ers above the Eagles. It's not like I have them as the best team in the conference necessarily. Obviously that's what the playoffs are for. We're going to find that out, but because they very well could be. They're a great team. But I could still see a 1 seed. I would have said all those things I just said about the Packers, 100%. Everything I just said about the Eagles, I would have said about the Packers last year. The one caveat, and the reason I'm going to hammer the Eagles, is the Giants are an amazing story. We talked about it yesterday when we recorded episode 27, right? Danny Dimes had a great game. There's a lot to like there. And if you're a Giants fan, you should be ecstatic about this season. The fact that you're going to have a coach of the year level season for your new coach. Daniel Dimes is looking great this year. There's good stuff to see. Definitely a lot of good stuff to see. But the roster is not that talented. Who are the elite guys on this team? You have Dexter Lawrence, right? That's his, I forgot the last name. Dexter Lawrence, toss in Danny Dimes and Saquon. And you have 3. Who else? You say Thibodeau had a pretty all right rookie season. I'd say I think he had a decent pressure rate. But I'm not enough for me to put him on the level of those guys. Who else? There's a quarterback like Bradbury. Like they have a couple other players, but this is not a team with the level of talent that the 49ers did last year. This is not some sort of star-studded roster that's a quarterback away or a coach away, like you might call the Chargers. Or it's not like that. This is still a Giants team that is not like this. Like I would not have predicted them to get 5 wins. I don't think.
Yeah, we probably
based on
did.
Talent.
You can go look back and see. We made these predictions. So
yeah, and so that's the thing. I think is that they're a nice story. Yes, I think there is a potential weakness in a one. Like I can see something there. Potentially, 1 seeds might throw a game you expect them to win, but I don't think the Giants have enough talent. Frankly, I don't think the Giants roster has enough. I think 2 years, I think this is great. This is great. Not ragging on the Giants, but there's not enough there right now to beat a team with the Eagles who seem to have a lot. So,
I mean, excellent point. So, what do you got a score for this game or?
Oh, I got a score. I'll call it Eagles by 10. I don't want to. I know I'm going over the spread, but I know they played in the regular season and the scoreline was something like that. I think it's going to depend a lot on Danny. If Danny Dimes has a game like he did last week against the Vikings, I'm going to say Eagles by a field goal. I might still call the Eagles to win in that case. But if he has a game like he did last week, I think Eagles by a field goal or less. Like that sort of range, but still close. Eagles. If he has an average game like he had, if he pick out the average game he had this season, if he has that game, I think they lose by 10. It's a lot is frankly on Daniel Jones, I think, in this matchup, because I feel like I can expect certain other things, but I think it's going to be, frankly, I don't know a lot. I don't know what to expect, but that's my sort of vibe. If Danny Dimes has a great game, I think they barely lose. If he has an average game, I think they lose by a touchdown, 8 points, 9 points, that sort of range.
Yeah, I mean, so I generally agree. To look back, these teams played twice. We're going to throw out the Week 18 game because it doesn't even matter.
That's true. Yeah.
Giants were resting all their starters. Basically, in that they played in Week 14, so not too long ago. Jalen was actually still playing. And this game, let me just tell you what the New York Giants did on offense in this game, or what the Eagles did on defense, however you want to look at it. New York Giants drives: punt, turnover on downs, punt, TD, punt, turnover on downs. Meanwhile, Eagles drives on offense: TD, blocked punt, okay, which gave the Giants one of their TDs, pretty much. Then after that, field goal, TD, punt, TD. Okay, we're talking about 7 out of 9 drives are scores. 5 of the 7 are TDs. Okay, this is a 48-22 routing when both these teams were healthy just a few weeks. Well, I guess at this point it's over a month ago. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Eagles have slowed down a little bit. I feel like, but it's also like they didn't have Jalen, so the things were wonky. And
yeah.
so like Minshew was in, it was a little bit weird. But Eagles, they score pretty much with everybody. They're the third highest scoring team in the league. I expect them to score against maybe the worst defense left in the playoffs is the Giants, which you wouldn't think because you'd say they're kind of gritty. They don't give up a lot of points. But if you look at any metric in comparison to the other 7 teams still in, only Kansas City really is close in terms of where they are defensively. And Kansas City seems to be slightly better. That doesn't tell the whole story, but Giants, I just don't think that, like you said, I don't think they have enough. I'm going to take Eagles to cover the spread 38-27. That's what I got.
27. Yeah. What is it? That's 11 points.
11. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see 11. I think it'll be closer than that Week 14 game from for one thing, yeah, the Eagles maybe being colder, stuff like that. I mean, also my whole bye week sort of thing. But also I just have I'd hope anyway a playoff game would be closer, a divisional round like than that. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good point. I forgot about this game. I think I blocked it out of my memory. No, I actually remember seeing this game. And that's this game, even though I didn't say it and I called it much, much closer than that, I did have this game in my mind. I forgot the scoreline, but I remembered that the Eagles, it was a convincing win.